Before we kick off this week's episode, we want to take a moment to send our deepest condolences to the Selwood family, the West Coast Eagles community, and everyone impacted by the incredibly sad passing of Adam Selwood.
Adam was more than a premiership player. He was a mentor, a leader, and someone who gave back to the game and community long after finishing playing.
It's a reminder that life can be heavy sometimes, even for those who seem strong on the outside. So if you're out there struggling, please know that you're not alone.
There's help out there, whether it's talking to a friend, family member, or calling a helpline. There is always someone willing to listen. Always.
Mental health matters. Check in with your mates and check in with yourself too.
We love our footy community. Let's all look after each other.
All right, let's get into this week's episode. Welcome back to Talk and Dribble, episode 34.
34, man. 34. Just getting through it.
It was a great weekend. I'm joined as always by, the number one Hawks supporter, Jakey.
That's me.
It was a great weekend for Doggies fans, as we usually start off on the top with the how the pups went. We were at the game.
We were.
Saturday night, it was a cracking game of footy.
Slow start. It was pretty rough first 5 minutes, and then just all hell broke loose real quick, didn't it? It was just out of hand. Just had blokes kicking goals left, right and centre. It was just... the pups just look in elite form. They really do.
Pups are flying. Nick Rewalt said it best the other night. Lids are off with the pups.
Yeah, they are.
The pups are out of the kennel.
100%. Well and truly out of the kennel. We've lost them. They're running everywhere. They're running wild.
We're looking for some lost pups.
Yeah.
Are we the informed team in the comp?
Possibly. I think it has to be between us.
It's probably us and
right
Pies.
Yeah. Like Collingwood are looking pretty quality. They're just kind of cruising. They can have blokes out week to week and they're just still getting easy dubs. So I'm telling you, the pups, like, this is the thing. Everyone can look at every schedule and be like, oh, have you beaten someone good yet? Are there any good teams? Like, you look at everyone, it's like, have they beaten anyone good? We don't know who are the good teams right now.
See that circle, the circle they came out with the other day? So every team has beaten someone, like, sequentially. So, it just shows the evenness of the comp. Like,
100%.
What is it? It's at fifth, no, even at second, 7 wins. And it's 15th, 4 wins.
Yeah.
So there's 3 wins separating just, like, the top and the bottom of the ladder, which is insane.
Well, we just saw the Lions get done by Melbourne over the weekend. So it's like anything can really happen. But... just huge. Big setback for the Dons. Like, way to just shatter their hearts. Like, blokes was like, oh, sneaky chance of finals, playing some good footy. You know, look who they beat, though. Yeah. What, they just beat North. They just beat West Coast. They beat Sydney, but probably should have lost that in the end.
Yep.
They've just had these little close wins, and they kind of got a bit of a reality check on the Saturday.
Yeah, because they were a game behind. So it's like they were kind of sitting around that 9-10 spot. And people weren't sure. It was kind of a danger game for us. We're like, we're not sure where Dons are sitting. And from the word go, even though we weren't scoring, it was like, bloody hell, these blokes are just a step below. And
it felt like we didn't have to do much. You just knew Essendon were just going to do something to shit the bed at times. Like, they were moving the ball around the back line, just keep chipping it backwards. And you're like, they're just going to overkick. Like, Zach Reid had a hell of a game, but then I only had about 3 overkicks just through the middle of the ground that end up in goals. Same with Ben McKay.
Ben McKay was just giving it back to us. But they all were. So it was like, lads, we've kicked like 3 or 4 in a row. Yep. Take the ball. We don't want it. And they just give it back to us.
It's like they'd get a mark. You got Andrew McGrath flying by for the handball. There's no one on that side, though. So they're flying by, kicking it to 3 pups players. Yeah. I'm like, it was actually a bit of a mockery towards the end. Like, we had one of our mates there who's a Dons fan, just battling demons already. I felt for him.
He was battling from, 10 minutes into the game? 15 minutes into the game. Because no one had scored in the first, 5-10 minutes. When no one had kicked a goal. Yeah. And then all of a sudden we had 7 goals on the board.
It was like 45-3 or something. Just like that. He's a better man than I am. I would have been gone by halftime, I reckon. There's no way I could have sat through that.
We would have been so narky.
It was a bloodbath.
Yeah, it was bad. But
it was pretty crazy.
Everyone was eating in our game. Bailey Dale, 49 disposals, the most amount of touches ever for a Dogs
100%.
Player, which is insane. He had over 1,000 metres gained. And he backed up Johnny Noble. Johnny Noble hit the 1,000 mark for metres gained on the Thursday night. Same round, Bailey Dale double down.
He's just like, who cares? Wouldn't agitate a milkshake. He'd agitate the Dons. He'll absolutely bend the Dons over and just take charge. It was quality. We also had another bloke just completely ruin a career on Saturday night. Want to send our prayers out to Archie Roberts. Yeah. That was a tough night for him.
Yeah.
He went through it just getting bitched by Riley West in that forward line. And then just to top it off, just hitting a little too small, buddy.
Too small.
Too small, buddy.
Right. I've never seen a man just bitched like that. Manhandled.
So do you reckon you have to retire after that?
the conversations would have to start.
Yeah, 100%. You have to be talking to friends and family about that.
Oh, he'd be chatting to a lot of mates. Get 100%. Around Archie Roberts.
Yeah, for sure, because that was just brutal.
Oh.
Riley West as well. What a year he's having.
Oh, he's killing it. He's actually 4th in the league in small forward goals. So, Riley West, who would have thought?
Riley West. Came in as a midfielder. He literally, on Saturday night, looked like our best forward.
Yeah.
Because Norton has negative hands right now. Not sure what's going on with him. I think he'll find his form, but he's obviously struggling. Yep. Buku's showing some good signs.
Buku's kick 3. It was kind of a coming out game for Buku. He's like our classic swing man. We usually have him running around, but Buku, you can chuck him up back, you can chuck him up forward, but I think he's found a nice spot as that second forward with obviously Sam Kerr out and Jamari in rehab. Buku, he's looking
optional,
great.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, optional, mate. Yeah, like self. He rocked up to that place himself.
Yeah, 100%. He did it on his own will.
But because O'Donnell and Lobb are just killing it in the back line, Buku has found his spot in the forward line. Actually, can I say that? Rory Lobb, can we get this bloke in all Australian talks?
Can we give him a round of applause just for what he did?
That guy, yes, the delivery over the weekend for the Dons wasn't great, but he was just picking it off. And even when the Dons got a run on, the handful of times, I was just that last man to pick it off. The intercepts, the way he's reading the ball, it's like you can see the pressure is just fully off him.
Yeah, he just looks like he's playing with so much freedom.
Yeah.
Just getting to do what he does back there.
In the forward line last season, first half of last season, there was Roy Lobb, Sam Kerr, Norton and Jamara. So he was the 4th option. And so even when he was in position, you could see he was second-guessing himself.
Yep.
In this back line, he's just playing his best career footy. And seriously, get this man in all Australian talks. I want to see it because he's 100%. Just killing it.
He's just, you got to get around the blobfish, bro. The blob is well and truly here, just taking charge.
And he signed a contract extension.
Also, Ed Richards signed a contract. We haven't chatted to the dribbler since Ed signed his contract.
Deal.
He did that and then just had an absolute bottler on Saturday night. And now there's talks of him being the best player in the comp. We've already known this for the last 10 weeks, but good to see everyone else is getting to the party.
27 disposals and 2 goals for Ed Richards. Let's just go through this. So Bailey Dale, obviously 49 disposals.
Yeah.
Libart, 33 and a goal. Matt Kennedy, 31 and a goal. Ed Richards, 27 and 2 goals. Arms, 27, and he was like off the half back for a little bit there.
He was like our second highest rated player this round.
Yeah. Tim English, 26 disposals as a ruckman. Bont, who Brad Scott claimed that Essendon, the job worked on him. 24 disposals, 2 goals, 9 score involvements.
Hell of a job.
Hell of a job. The self-proclaimed glove, Will Setterfield.
He was a narky individual on Saturday night.
Yeah, he was not happy.
Him and Libba were going at it for about 5 straight minutes, just hopping.
If Libba wanted to, he could bash you. He could bash anyone.
Shit out. Bailey Smith better watch out this week.
Oh, we'll get into that. He's going to be in trouble. And then even Riley Sanders, 24 disposals. Joel Frazier, 21. JJ, 20. And then obviously Westy Buku contributing goals. Lobby having a cracker. O'Donnell having a cracker. We are running so deep.
Oh, yeah. It's lethal. It is so lethal. The lads just look so cool, calm, and collected. Obviously, it's going to be a big thing against Geelong, so we'll see how they match up against them. But so far, it annoys me. I wish we were healthy from the start of the year and could have seen where we would be sitting. If we had Bont from the start, Darcy Yama still kicking around. But Ads has a chance at coming back this week.
But that's almost been like a blessing in disguise. These blokes have just had the time to establish themselves in the midfield. Eddie, Frazier wouldn't have had exactly the same opportunity, even Sanders, with Bont and Trelaw being out. Now, Bont's back, and we're using him as more of a half forward. And he's always been the kind of outside mid where Libba's gotten the clearance, but now he's even more of that. He's hardly getting any contested footy, and we're just seeing the best of Bont more. Yeah. So it's great.
You know who deserves his respect? Look, he struggled Saturday night, but he's going up against the elite team. Can we give some respect to Todd Goldstein still running around? This bloke still just strolling around, doing God's work, just thrown to the walls. Wasn't expecting to touch the Marvel Stadium once this year. Would not have expected to be on that field at all, especially at round 10. And he's kicking around.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's an older individual, but hats off to him.
He almost doubled Timmy's hit-outs. So, in terms of ruckcraft, he was great. It's just
ruckcraft, big boy.
Couldn't really hit dead anyone.
Yeah. So, it's tough. But hats off to him. He's still kicking around. Who would have thought?
Not me. But yeah, Dons fans in a world of trouble right now. You couldn't be happy
He could be the worst fan base to support right now.
Who would be?
I reckon.
Who'd be the worst fan base to support?
Look, you're struggling if you're going for Carlton, Essendon, Port Adelaide look like they're in the shit right now.
Yep, Port, they
just got blown out on their home deck against the Cattery.
West Coast, it's tough because they're so young, but there just doesn't look like a lot of direction for the club, and you don't know if Harley Reid's going to stay, so that they would be tough.
100%. Yeah, they're probably up there as well.
Melbourne,
at least they won a premiership in the last, 7 years?
Yeah, and even Melbourne, because Melbourne they're actually showing some signs.
They just beat
Brisbane, so they are showing some signs. But for the future, I don't know. They don't know much. They got Harvey Langford, Caleb Windsor.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, 100%. I think Dons are right at the top of that list.
Yeah, Dons and Carlton.
Obviously, some people think like their future's bright and stuff. Watching Saturday night, there's nothing that really grabbed my eye. Like obviously, it was just it could just be an out of the box sort of game for him, but that was rough.
Young talent. Where is it?
Oh, where's it coming from? Obviously not Archie Roberts.
Nah. To be fair, he was he was probably the best player in the first half.
He was good. He just got unlucky at the end.
He got stitched up.
Durham looks good. Durham looks real good. He had a good start to the game, then went missing big time, but
he's a contested beast.
Yeah.
Bevo. A lot of talk around him. He was on the old AFL 360 saying potentially a contract extension could be coming soon, which right now at least Doggies fans are very stoked about. And we've always kind of been on that, on that decision that Bevo should extend. We love Bevo.
Love Bevo.
Obviously, no top 4 finishes doesn't help, but at the end of the day, he's been our most successful coach.
We've won a premiership and we've been to 2 grand finals.
Yeah.
Not many teams can say that.
No.
So,
and I think of it as if you have a coach that other teams would want, that's probably a good idea to keep that coach.
Yeah, that's actually a great call. That's a great call. And he'd be number 1 scouted coach for sure.
Yeah.
If we let him go. I don't think he'll go anywhere. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He's told teams he doesn't want to go anywhere. Yeah. So I think we'll keep a hold of him. And then it's like, there's just something rolling right now.
I know.
Let's not change anything. This is just quality. Bevo's obviously, he cops a lot of hate for throwing different things out, putting blokes in different positions and just kind of just playing with a lot of different pieces, but it's working this year. Like he's the one who put Bailey Dale down back. He's the one who put Ed Richards in the middle. He's the one who put Blob down back. Like obviously Norton is struggling a bit right now, but he came in as a backman, went forward, got paid a shit ton of money now to be a forward. So he's doing all these things, and you know what? They're working out. Joel Frazier into the middle for a lot of the time.
Yep,
it works.
Joel Frazier, Eddie Richards, they were half-back players.
Beer the Mere.
He's come. Kane Corns had a go at him. He told him to pull his socks up. He's got to
watch himself because, bro, he should be fearing the Mere. You can't be coming at him and not expecting a bit of bite back.
Corn, reheating some old soup. He was saying that Vandermeer is slowly becoming the most hated player in the league. Buddy, you're 5 years behind. Every Doggy supporter hates Vandermeer so much.
He is extremely late to the party.
He is like the most hated player from 100%. A Doggies fan perspective.
He's earning everyone's respect this year.
He's in career best form.
He's been a frustrating individual.
He has indeed. And he's been that bloke because he's a small forward and he's kicked about, 35 goals in his 50-game career or 60-game career. Like, he wasn't even averaging half a goal.
Nah.
And now he's still, I don't even know how many goals he's kicked, but he's just getting into each.
He's got sticky mitts.
He does.
He's got sticky mitts this year.
And he's doing some smart things.
It is funny. Corns, bit of a sheep there. Just 5 years too late, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
and look, like Vandermeer doesn't exactly get too much limelight on SEN, but it was funny to see.
It was funny to see. Like, come on.
It's like, mate, we have been on this train for years.
Just go to one Doggies Facebook chat and you'll be fine. You'll figure it all out.
Anyway, should we move on to maybe another club?
Yeah, we probably should. I think we spent 20 minutes on the pubs.
Touch on quickly the Suns looking for real. So they beat the Hawk in Darwin. Yes, Darwin is kind of a fortress for them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everyone's kind of thinking like this is the best Suns team we've seen. And it actually got me asking. Because obviously Rao, Anderson and Tookmiller.
Yep.
They are 3 of the best midfield kind of trio in the league. Who would you rather? Marcus Bontempelli, Libba, and Ed Richards, or Noah Anderson, Matt Rao, and Tookmiller?
Oh, well, right now I'm taking the Dogs. Because, we've got the best player there. We've got the Bont. And then right now I think Ed Richards and Noah Anderson are neck and neck.
Yeah, they're pretty neck.
And then I'm taking Libba over both Took and Rao.
Yeah.
So right now, obviously for the future, they're a lot younger and they're going to play many years together. Like Ed's really the only one we've got long term for from now on. But right now, bro, I think we've got the best midfield in the comp. I don't think that's a biased thing to say. I think the pups are well and truly rolling, and our midfield's a big reason because of that.
And I think that's probably the two best trios currently. Like you could throw in a Carlton in there. You could throw in a Port when they're humming, like Butters, Horn Francis, and then if Rosie's roaming in the mid. Yeah. But we spoke about the best midfields.
That trio is strong. What would you say Collingwood's would be? It'd be like Dacos. Would Steele be in that?
Well, Steele's playing not career best footy, but he's looking insanely good this year. They've just got a really deep midfield. Yeah. They got Crisp. They got DeGoey when he's humming. Now they've got Ned Long, and they've obviously got Josh Dacos, but he's more of like your on a halfback wing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting someone.
Well, there's Pendles.
No, sorry, I feel like I'm forgetting a different team.
Who said Jack? I said Jack Crisp.
Yeah, Crisp is in there.
Oh, another team. Oh, well, there's Sydney, Errol, Warner, and Heaney when they're humming.
Solid, yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, I think that's fair. Sons and Dogs, but right now I have to take the pups.
Yeah,
we got the best player in the comp on our side.
You do,
and Marcus Bontempelli as well.
But no, Suns. Looking very good, sitting 7-2, third on the ladder. Our underrated Ben Long kicking 4 goals.
100%.
Good
individual, and Hock still pretty average. So it's good to see.
Yeah, you were happy with that?
Telling you, sir, I did say they're going to lose 5 in a row. That's 1 down.
Okay.
Now they've got Brizzy this week.
Yep.
At the Gabba, and then I think they've got.
It's at the.
I'm at the G. Sorry. Yep. And then I think what do they got? Have
they got Pies?
Pies maybe, or is it Cattery? Let me. Yeah, Pies at the G, and then Dogs at Marvel, and then they've got Crom at Tassie. So obviously playing at Tassie is their home turf a bit, but Crom are looking half decent as well.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, Ockball would be on a 5-game losing train right now.
Wouldn't be you having.
And
that
I just
shout.
It's not what you want to see because I really like Ockballs. So, bro, that would just be the greatest thing ever. I just make my day, make my week, make my season. Dogs wouldn't even need to make top 4 because half of my life is already completed. Just off losing 5 straight games.
Wouldn't mind them getting humbled just a little bit. But hey, they lost to Gold Coast. So.
Just a bit. I actually want to touch on Hock because it's doing my head in. And Corn was very quick to hate on Fear the Mere about his antics in the forward line. I've had enough of these antics in the forward line for Hockball. I actually don't think you can tackle the Wizard right now. Well, first he's like 5 foot, so that doesn't help. And then he just drops the knees, and you're going to get him high no matter what. And same with Ginnivan. They're just all doing it. Yeah. It's doing my head in. Dylan Moore does it a bit as well. But anyone in that forward line, John Newcomb did it.
And it's almost 3 goals. Like, they had something like over 60 goals last year from high tackles. It's only at like 17 or 18 this year, but it's by far the most in the competition because, look, they do have 3 smaller forwards and they're all very dangerous around goal, but they are very good at, searching those free kicks, and they do chuck, the angle on.
Umpires got to be better. Obviously, they know Wizard, Ginnivan are going to be doing this.
It's just so hard. Like, think of it as an umpire in real time.
Yeah.
Like, there's just these 3 blokes getting their heads taken off.
Yeah.
And then we have the luxury of looking back on it, looking at the replays.
Sure. Then you got to realise that it's Hawthorn, so let's just not give them free kick.
No, but then you're right in the sense of like they should know that the players that do use their bodies to try and take advantage of the rules.
Yeah.
But
it's frustrating to watch. It is so frustrating. Yeah, and it's frustrating. Oh, it'd be frustrating versing him doing it. Because Nick Watson, anytime he gets tackled in the forward line, it's high. Yep. And then he just gets in your face. It just annoys me. It really boils my blood a bit and gets.
You just hate the whole team.
Just hate the team. There's just nothing really to like about that squad. Football related.
Anyway, lids are back on for the week. Blues stinky game against the Swans. They were in control.
Extremely stinky.
But, as usual, no meat on the bones for this team. No. Just nothing going on apart from their top 6. Wiedering was essentially just cut out of the game from Joel Hamling.
Joel Hamling, back in his heyday. That's doing it in the forward line.
That's surely like a coaching error.
Yeah,
like you've got Joel Hamling and Aaron Francis are the 2 forwards. Oh, did they have the other forward? Amadi roaming around? Yeah, because he got suspended.
Yeah, he got suspended.
But they put Hamling on Wiedering to just try and take him out of the game. Surely you just tell Wiedering, hey, buddy, maybe just go on someone else.
You're the backman.
He'll follow you, but go on someone else. You go to where the ball's going to go.
Yep. That's what separates the good backman. Like J-Gov has been doing that for years. plots himself in the right spot. That's what Weeding's got to do. It'd be frustrating as a Baggers fan, but they really just they're a one-punch boxer. They've got one shot at you. If it doesn't work, they shit the bed real quick.
Yeah,
and
no plan B.
Bro,
No
Baggers, I was high on them coming into the year. They have been well and truly disappointing. You reckon Vossi's nearly kicked? Do you reckon he's getting that flick?
There's a lot of expectation on that club, always.
Yeah.
Especially with this list.
Yep.
But if Blues miss finals, I think he could be on the hot seat. I think the Blues are going to miss the finals. I
can't say. I think the 8 right now is pretty solid.
Yeah. And we said that a few weeks ago. Yeah. We can't really see anyone in the 8 currently missing out.
The only one that they had a shocker over the weekend as well was the Giants. They're probably the only ones looking like missing out. Actually, Hawk will probably miss out. But Freo will.
Giants, it's weird. They've had a lot of travel this year.
Yeah.
I mean, now they're finally back at NG and they completely stunk it up against Freo.
You can't lose a game like that. Nah. Not against Freo, who have been so bad and have shown they can't play away from Optus. They couldn't even play in Optus against the Pies. And you just go there and not look like winning. Just shin the bed from the start.
No one loses to Freo away or at home. And Freo just manhandled them. We didn't see much of it because we were at the
we're getting ready for
we were
Pups
singing
game.
bevies at the old Marvel. But
100%.
Wallyulup. That's what they call them. Wallyulup.
Oh, right. I didn't know what it was saying. We didn't have one, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we just stayed as the Western Bulldogs.
We played at Nam.
And
there was some welcome. They said welcome in.
It did say that.
Language.
I did see that, yeah. I was trying to figure out the whole time. I was thinking, is that our name for the round or not? And I wasn't sure.
Okay,
and then you sat me in my place.
Anyway, that's
few sad injuries this week.
Yeah.
So obviously we just heard McRae punctured the lung. Is that right?
Jack McRae.
Yeah, Jack McRae.
Yeah,
he is so stuck in Perth.
Yep.
I'm not sure for how long, but that's not ideal. Orn Francis, hamstring. They reckon a month. Is it a month off footy?
Yep.
And then Finn Callahan. Really sad for my super coach team. Just been putting the team on the back. And this is my draft league, so I got to keep him in. I can't trade him out.
What did he do? Was it shoulder?
Shoulder.
Dislocated
shoulder. And then they reckon he's out 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Not good.
No,
not good for me. I'm pretty cool.
Our man Artie Jones.
Hammy. He had a good start to the game as well. I've been hard on Artie Jones.
Yeah.
But he's a ripping bloke. Seems like top-notch bloke, but he's been struggling. Came in this week. Had a great start to the game and then Hammy.
Yeah, it was a shame.
Straight away. What do they reckon? 10 weeks?
Hammy. Yeah, 10 weeks. So that's a big injury for him. So it's unfortunate. But
not ideal at all.
Yeah, and Danger's out.
Danger. Yep.
And it's it sucks, but we got the category this week, so I'm not complaining.
Hopefully it's just a 1 week injury for Danger.
Yeah, get him back in.
Maybe he's just scared. I wouldn't be surprised we'll see Bailey Smith pull out maybe like Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Bit sick.
In the case of shit pants.
Shit pants.
His pants were shat. No, I'm serious. Libba's he's gonna bash the shit out of him.
He's gonna beat the living crap out of him. And it's gonna be porn.
Who will go up to Baz at the bounce?
I think it has to be Libba. I think he has to and just rip into him. I don't want Baz to have a jersey within the first minute of the game. Actually, before the first bounce is gone, I want that shit to be ripped off. Good for the fans, good for us, good for him as well. I think
I want Libba to go out and in his pants he's got a razor and he's got some clippers. Get rid of the mullet.
Get rid of the mullet.
Get rid of the mullet.
He just got Baz's mullet on the ground playing around it.
Or could Bond go up to him?
Bond. That'd be a big tone setter.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see from Bond? Goes up there, goes to shake his hand, hits him with a little paw on the head.
The knuckles? Snail.
Hit him with a jellyfish.
One of them would be, yeah.
I would love that. That would be the most Bond thing ever, I reckon. Just be so classy. He's not even a dad, but he's such a dad. Yeah. I reckon Bond say, just go. Nah,
or he makes it, there's milk bar coffee for him. Has it out pre-game, mate, here we go. Bam!
Here's some up for you, bam!
Bam! Coffee in the face.
Coffee in the face. Good coffee.
Great coffee.
Great coffee. I wouldn't mind a coffee in the face from Bond. I'd pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
Pay a lot of money for that. But it would be good to see Bond go up to him. Or do we just bring someone in that has no experience, doesn't need to play the rest of the game? So maybe we go Bond. You go as the sub.
Yep.
Bond goes as the sub. Let's bring in just who could we bring in from the twos that could just come in, do a job? We'll bring Billy Gowers back. Bring him back into the twos, sign him on, put him into the ones.
Yep.
Just go out there, do a job, first game, just bam.
Knocks him out.
Knocks him out. Bont subbed in. Bont goes for 30 and 5. Greatest sub performance of all time.
Maybe we should do that.
I think we're onto something.
I think Billy Gow's pretty occupied.
Yeah.
He's
I'll
like
give Bevo a call later. Just let him know what's the go. We'll just
not
start.
a bad call though. Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
picking
why is
each other's
Bont
brains.
the sub? Why is this random bloke who has never played a game playing on Bailey Smith?
Bailey Smith,
at
he's
the
going to
bounce?
torch him.
And then, shit, what's Baz doing on the ground?
Where'd Baz go?
It's been KO'd. Bont subbed on. I think we're
Knock
onto
him out,
something.
shave his head.
We love it. We love it.
I would laugh.
Fair to say we're
100%.
pretty stoked for Thursday night.
I'm super keen. Could
Yeah.
really just determine how good of a weekend we have,
Yep,
or
yep.
could determine how shit of a weekend we have. But
Yes.
I'm confident. I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
Porter shit.
Yeah.
Porter shit.
Extremely shit.
76-point thumping to the category. So we don't like to see that
Nah.
as we're off the category. But yeah, they really need to put Kenny out of his misery.
Just let Carr take over. I
Yeah.
think they should have finished with Ken last year.
Yep.
If this was their plan, I just don't understand it. Why you just be like, 'cause what's Ken coaching for right now? It doesn't matter. He's just sitting there. What was it? He's drinking his Pepsis.
Oh, bro, sinking the Pepsis.
Sinking his Pepsis.
He needs to get a Pepsi
He's
sponsorship.
down 70 points. It does not matter. He's just like, boys, I'm still getting paid. I already know I'm going by the end
Yep.
of this year. I've got enough money to feed my family for generations. I'll probably get the Tassie job in a couple of years as well.
Oh, they reckon Bucks is the
I
favourite.
did hear that. That got me
Yeah.
very keen. Bucks, he did say he's got that coaching gig still in him.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he said he's still got that
Okay.
fire in him, so
Oh,
he's keen.
I want to see Bucks in the league coaching.
Yeah, I love Bucks. And then I like hearing him talk about the dogs as
Yeah.
well during the week.
Yep.
Seeing,
Yeah, we love to see it.
just listen to him speak. Him
I
and
know.
Jared just gets me going. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Paul just got it. Give the keys to Carr.
Yeah.
Carr, let him
Start the car.
start the car.
It's
Start the car and
it's
get
in
the car going.
it's in neutral. It's kind of sitting there, and it's
Strolling on.
it's not going too fast.
No.
It's not even running really.
It's like an MG right now. It's just slowly going, just kicking on.
Don't go uphill.
Don't go uphill.
Fucking
Benny
hell.
knows that. Don't go
Don't
uphill.
take it uphill.
That just starts coming right back down. Literally what they've been doing all year. Needs that Lambo just to start flying through.
I tell
And
you,
that's what Carr's got the chance to do.
tell you what. Every time Port get flogged, I think there's a little bit of Zach Butters just want to come to the red, white, and blue even more.
He does. If he wants to win, if he wants to be a part of a winning culture, then he would come join the kennel.
He would.
Woof, woof.
He's coming.
Woof, woof,
You
woof.
know it is.
He's coming.
Jez kicked 7 in that game, so he'd be up in the Coleman chatter again.
Yeah, I think he's
Um,
pushed himself to third.
I think Ben
or
King's
second.
leading still. Ben King, who was our predictions to start the year?
So you had Nikolaki
Yep.
struggling a bit, and I had Josh Tracy.
So
Not looking
currently,
overly
they
great.
have the exact same amount of goals. Nick Larkey on
23.
23, Josh Tracy 23, and the leader is Ben King on 29. Jack Higgins,
Hats off to
28
him.
goals.
Right, he is the one good thing about St Kilda right now.
Yeah.
Because let's touch on St Kilda. I thought, because I said this last week, I thought that was the most predictable game of the round.
Mhm.
We said this, we're on it early. If West Coast were going to win a game, it would be in Perth against St Kilda.
Yep.
And look what happened. They just annihilated
And
them.
it's not like it was like a close game
No.
and Saints just had a bit of a, a few things didn't go the way. They were shit house from
They
the
were
start.
shocking.
I don't think West Coast were ever trailing.
That's a bad Saint right there.
Oh,
That's a devil.
they're so bad. They need to throw the war chest at someone because
Just anyone.
they're no good.
So bad.
And they've just got so many, they're probably there's just no depth to the team. There's
I'll-
no meat on this bone.
He's had a heck of a career, but if you got Brad Hill running around, I just don't think that's the sign of a good football club. Got nothing against Brad Hill. He's been a gun, but that couple of years ago, he probably should have hung it up.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. And then, I don't even like their young talent much.
Nah.
I'm sorry, missing persons report for Jack Steele.
Yeah, where is he?
I don't even care if I look at the stats and he's had 25 or 30 touches. Do you see him during a game? Do you reckon?
No, I never noticed him.
I never noticed him when we went to the game.
That 1 year, he was like a top 5 player in
Yep.
2021 when it was like Track, Steele, Clary,
He was
Bonds
elite.
were like an elite kind of
Yep.
midfield core of the AFL, and he wouldn't even be a top 10 player in the Saints right
No.
now. And that's
I
the
don't rate
Saints.
him. I think could be a case of he's the captain and maybe that's limiting his play on the field. Maybe he just needs that responsibility gone.
Yep.
Just focus on your playing. Get a new skipper in, get someone else taking charge. I don't know, but That's bad for the Saints.
Bit of that going around. Sicily, he's the skipper of the Hock, and he's probably having a career worst
He's
season.
probably their worst player right now in terms of just expectation to what he's putting out there.
Been chatting to Hawks fans, and they're like saying, drop him. It's like,
Drop him.
It's Sicily. You almost need to play him into form, and you need if you're going to have a premiership side and a premiership team, you need your skipper in.
I'm saying, when you're rolling like this, I don't think it's a great sign to just go drop your skipper.
No.
Probably doesn't look great. But
No, if they were 3-7, then they
don't
were.
do it. Maybe just drop like John Newcomb as well. Maybe drop the Wizard, Ginnivan. He's actually looking good. Maybe Charles playing some good
he's
footy.
playing well.
Probably drop him. Just drop these blokes and let's just see how Hockball kind of hands out after that. But shocking L for the Saints. Shocking.
Yeah,
But
terrible.
I thought it was predictable. I think
No,
we both tipped. We both
picked
tipped West Coast, didn't we? So that's a great tip. So I think I've jumped from 41st to 40 on the old tipping scale, just behind a bloke who hasn't tipped for the last 3 weeks. So I'm coming.
So you'll be better off just not tipping than actually.
Yeah. I might just park the bus for the rest
I
of the
reckon
year
you should
and
do a Rossi.
just won't even look at it, and let's just see where the little jolly poisers end up.
Couple other teams. North Shinboners got a dub that they needed to get.
Good job.
Did well. The Shinboners will be up this week.
Yep.
Richmond, that would have been their 4th win. So
That's crazy.
that would have just doubled their win total for the year, the over under. So
They're showing stuff which I really like. I really like what they're showing. Also saw on SEN the Corn obviously gets hate for so much because he's hating. He got hate on a little hotline call for praising Sam Layla. This bloke called Trout called him up and absolutely got into him about calling Sam Layla a generational talent.
Yeah.
He's like, let the kid play a season. So you can't hate on these kids.
No, you can't.
Then you can't praise them either.
You can't.
It's a lose-lose. And bro, I know Corn's ruthless, but that's the one time we've seen a positive Corn. We've seen a nice Corn and he still can't do anything right.
No.
It's crazy. The footy world's lost its marbles.
A sweet corn.
Sweet corn. See, that's what I like. Sweet corn. We've got sweet corn out.
And you don't see him.
Sweet corn or sour corn, which one do you prefer?
Probably sour.
Sour corn's always a bit of fun. He's always a bit of fun.
Question I've had me asking. We were talking about who could be leading the Brownlow on the way here. Who could it be? When Dacos was kind of leading that to start, but he's had a few quiet ones. Who could actually be leading the Brownlow right now?
So obviously he had a shocker on the weekend, but Merritt would obviously be up there.
Yeah.
Barely saw him Saturday night though, went completely missing.
And he always plays well against us, 100%. Even if Essendon don't. And I literally wouldn't have even known he played.
Yep. I think Dacos isn't having his best year, but he'll still be up there.
Yep.
Carlton haven't won enough games for Cripper to really be up there, but it didn't stop him last year. So it probably
Dawson could be up there.
Dawson could be up there. If Bont was playing a full year, he'd probably be winning it.
I feel like Caleb Sarong could be up there. He's very consistent.
Sarong and Brayshaw are actually playing good footy, considering how shit Freo are. But Noah Anderson, Ed Libber.
Yeah.
It's just you expect those blokes just be stealing votes off each other. So Dale's stealing votes, Libber, Ed, Fraser's probably snuck in there. They're probably all just stealing votes off each other.
I reckon Lockie Neal could be up there again. He just always polls well. And they've had, 7 wins?
That guy walks out with 3 Brownlows.
And Bont has none.
Bont has 0. I'm a cry. I'll actually stand here and cry.
The award's lost its credibility anyway.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I think the big one is, what's his name? Cherry, leading the coaches award. Well, coaches votes right now. So hats off to him. Hats off to the Ruckman. He's having a good year.
Surely Baz is a favourite, if not the favourite.
Yeah.
He's in a boring midfield. He's flashy. He's been playing incredible. He's only missed 1 game.
Did forget about that bloke.
They were ignoring him for a reason, though.
Who's that? Who was it?
That's Bailey.
Bailey Smith. Don't know him.
Oh, he's that bloke living in a stretcher this week, isn't he?
That's it.
Fuck that bloke.
But yeah, sadly, he probably if he wins a Brownlow this year, that'd be demoralising.
They should just
If he finds a way to win one before the Bont, I'd cry again. That's just more tears on
the
this body.
AFL know who wins it before. Do they know? Do they?
I seriously don't know.
If they find out that Baz is going to win it, surely just run the Brownlow at the local RSL in Geelong or something.
Yeah, just keep it there. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that at all.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate, though, if you could bait him into getting suspended this year and then he loses the Brownlow because of it?
That could be genius. We could do that. I think, yeah, let's do it. Let's get in there, just mess around with him a little bit. Little nipple grab or little tickle the armpit.
Like hit the back of his mullet.
Yeah.
Just twirl his mustache.
Just start blowing on his face. Just see what he does.
Tell him Cotton On's shit.
Yeah. Tell him his body is he's roided up.
We know you're not natty, bro. We know you're not natty.
Just start doing this to him.
Yeah. Nose beer.
Nose beer for you.
He is playing well this season, though.
Playing good footy, but that would be good. I didn't even think of that. Could see him get suspended this week.
Love to see that. Libba just gets into him.
Scenes. Don't want him to take out any of our good players, though.
No.
So that's where Billy Gowers enters the chat again. Billy, you hit him, so then he hits you back.
Yep.
And then there we go.
Surely problem solved. You just send Vandermeer to him and the most hated player in the game.
The most hated player will just be taking up that real estate.
It's a good way to endear himself to the Bulldogs faithful. You'd love him after that.
Exactly.
He'd probably go straight to the top of our
Well, we've
face.
seen Mir do it this year. He was tapping Rosie on the ass for like 10 seconds.
That was bizarre.
He got a free kick against the Dons for no reason. We could see him repeat himself this week. What could he do?
The solution to the problem is already in the team.
Baz is going to be fearing the Mir after this week. Headline right there.
Fear the Mir v Baz.
We
love it. Should we move on to our better Brownlow picks?
Yeah, for sure.
Better Brownlow. So, top 5 players of the round as usual. We've gone the 1 vote. Johnny Noble off the half back. Over 1,000 metres gained, 38 disposals against Hock, against a good side.
Quality side.
Probably his best career game for Johnny Noble. So, hats off to him. He's just changed their team. Him and Dan Rioli, that half back duo.
Having a resurgence of his career for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
2 votes. We've gone Shea Bolton. It was at 24 disposals, 3 goals. Just manhandled. Just the whole game. He was
such an X factor.
Yeah, he is.
Such an X factor.
And that was probably his best game as a Freo player. So that gets you the 2 votes.
For sure.
3 votes, Noah Anderson. That's a second son on the better Brownlow votes. Again, not a midfield award, but
his first half was uncanny.
Yeah.
Just absolutely tore that Hawthorn midfield apart. It was good to see.
Yeah. What do you have? 38 disposals, 1 goal. He was
just everywhere.
4 votes, Jezza Cameron.
Yeah.
So 7 goals doesn't quite get you the chocolates for the 5, but gets you the 4 votes. Just dominated. And he'd be flat that he probably doesn't get the maximum there, but
100%. He's been robbed before, so he's used to it.
And 5 votes, you can't go past Bailey Dale. 49 disposals, most ever by Dogs player. It was like 37 kicks. He was just roaming around. Whoever was on him should be delisted.
Right. It was probably the glove. The glove. Bro, I've never seen a bloke so addicted to the footy.
Oh, it was insane. Bailey, you're going to have an overdose. Yeah, you're going to have an overdose.
I don't know what he did, but he obviously took something before the game because he didn't even look tired once that game.
No,
he just kept running.
Just looked at the Wheeler Rioli DMs. Got him angry. Needs a footy. Get the footy into me. Speaking of things that make me angry, just a quick side note.
Oh, no, here we go.
I had a debate the other day with a few of the lads.
Yeah.
And I was just taken aback. So, what would you rather, right? Canned beer at the footy or tap beer?
Oh, tap.
Tap.
Yeah, tap, bro.
Absolutely tap.
Well, it's more like, what do you want? A beer that will go down all right and it's cold, or warm piss?
Yeah,
I'd prefer
basically
cold beer that goes down well.
Yeah, that's the comparison, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all the lads, there was only 5 of us there, I think. All the other lads were just getting stuck into me that I prefer tap beer. And the one of my mates who wasn't there, I knew he would have had my back.
Yep.
But they were getting into me that canned beer is better than tap. I was like, are you taking the piss?
Bro, what?
Bro.
Do you see anyone lining up for the canned beer?
No.
No, when I see the canned beer at the footy, I do a little 180 and go find some tap beer.
Go find a decent,
like an actual
decent
beer.
bev. Yeah.
A beer that will actually go down all right.
Yep.
And that's cold. And that hits my mouth and just feels beautiful.
It's crisp. It's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a little watered down, but that's okay.
But that's okay. It's better than what this warm, out-of-date beer.
Exactly. Yeah, even if you drink a can, it's probably expired.
Exactly. That's shocking.
Oh,
you need new mates. I
was bringing it up to just get a bit of validation, get a bit of positive affirmation, and I was just abused.
That's shocking.
I think we'll actually chuck that out to the dribblers, maybe on the socials.
Could chuck that out to the dribblers.
Canned beer or tap beer at the
100%.
footy.
That actually, well, you know what? Moving on to our next thing, they got to be careful. They could find themselves on this award sometime this year if they keep this up.
Bit Elly Kunderwood
Because the Elly Kunderwood watch for those lads is well and truly here.
Yeah.
We had a few Elly Kunderwoods this week, didn't we?
Well,
Yeah.
many.
And the woman of the hour was obviously had to find herself here, just with a little call for the Giants Freo game. Little Patrick Voss. We all saw it. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. Massive call. She was buzzing. You could obviously hear in the commentating box. She was up and about. Thought Patrick Voss just did an elite move, kicked a beautiful goal. Then about 10 seconds later, realisation ticks over that he missed. He did miss. It was a behind.
Yeah.
So
it was probably the biggest build-up for a commentator for a behind that I've probably ever heard.
Reminds me back in the day where it's like, and Frederick has kicked a goal.
That was a good rendition.
It's pretty much on par with that. Something with her and Freo. But yeah, bad call by Kelly. Finds herself with the 1 vote. I'm sure she hasn't been on here too much this year. So
not as much as you'd think.
No, I feel like we're being pretty nice. But you get the 1 vote for this week, Kelly. Number 2, they have to be leading because it's insane at this point. The umpires have found themselves on here.
They found themselves again.
2 big instances. Firstly, the insufficient intent.
Yep.
One. What was that? What was that game in? That was.
It wasn't the Carlton game. It was
the Carlton game. Was the other one where it was the out on the full call. That really there was only 2 people in the crowd that knew.
Yeah.
About it. Like that obviously stuffed it up.
It obviously hit the ground and then they called out on the
100%. But then there was also the insufficient intent one that they gave where it got smothered.
Yeah.
Went a mile, bounced out.
And they called.
And they give it. What are we doing here? The umpires, bro, you got to fix yourselves. All right? I've had enough of it. You know, they could probably even find themselves here for giving Latham Vandermeer a free kick as well because that was poor. We loved it. And as Dogs fans keep feeding that to us.
Oh,
but that was bad. And, you know, they could find themselves as here with these dropping the knees calls they're giving Hock balls. So, umpires, you're probably going to be here every week.
Tell you what, even Matty Nichols the other night, he was just trigger heavy on the not 15.
Extremely early.
Bro, it'd be about a 25-minute kick, not 15.
Did you see there was 2 Matty Nichols running around?
There was 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't know who was who. It's like, there's Matty, yeah.
All these
it was like Bailey Dale. He was covering so much ground.
I know. Hey, Matty. Matty's back.
Matty's there.
You were just at the half back. How are you at the half forward?
It's what you want to see. But he was very true heavy. But then number 1, by no surprise, we feel for this man. He went through a lot, had a good game, but just got bitched on national television, and that is Archie Roberts with the 3 votes for the Elly Kunderwood. Hopefully we don't have to see him here again.
No.
Or hopefully I don't have to watch another Essendon game this year. But
hopefully not for the same reason. Getting bitched by a bloke who's probably you're a head taller than and just manhandled.
Manhandled you. And then he hits you with the too small Sally. Do you know what? A good bounce back for Archie Roberts would find himself on the better Brownlow next week.
Yeah.
So there's a goal to you, Archie. You got the Elly Kunderwood this week. Find yourselves on the better Brownlow next week.
And then you redeem yourself.
You redeem yourself for sure. But Archie Roberts right there gets the 3 votes for the Elly Kunderwood Award.
Love your work.
Top 4 teams
top
dive
4
into.
Teams. Let's do it. So, top 4 teams of the comp. Number 4, I've got the Lions. I've got them holding on to a top 4 spot. They're due for a slump. They are. They're the premiership winning side and they've hardly put a foot wrong all year, even though they haven't been playing their best footy.
Yep.
They're still, second on the ladder. So, at number 4.
I like it.
Number 3, I've got the Gold Coast Suns. So they've actually
gone
moved from
above
4 to
the
3.
Lions.
They've gone above the Lions.
After losing to them.
They lost to them, but they're definitely playing way more consistent footy than the Lions.
Okay.
And their best right now has been better than the Lions' best this season. So that's why I have them above them.
All right.
Number 2, the Pups. Got them at 2. I really think we're for real this year.
Yeah.
And I'm not a delusional fan.
You're not a delusional fan?
Well, I might be.
We could be delusional fans.
Could be, but you need a bit of that.
I love it.
And I think, we've been probably behind Collingwood, the most consistent team all year.
Yep.
And number 1, I got the Pies. Flag Pies, it is 2023 vibes. It really is.
It's scary.
They're looking for real, and they're the best team in the comp at the
100%.
moment.
Hey, I like that. It's a good list. Not as good as mine that's coming up, but it's a good list. At 4, I've got the Lions as well. They dropped down. That's 2 games this season they've lost at the Gabba. Against the Pies and against Melbourne, and neither of them have been overly close. So not great from them, but they're still probably second in my premiership favourites.
Yeah.
3rd category have done more than enough to find themselves back up there. They've had a couple of tough losses, but I think you got to watch them and you can see they're a high quality team.
Yep.
Coming to the 2, the Puppy Dogs. The Puppy Dogs are well and truly the second best team in the comp. Could even be number 1, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. If we beat the category this week, then well and truly lids are off and the Pups are out of the kennel. going to the top spot. But then the Pies just well-oiled machine. They could be missing 5 blokes. They could have a fully healthy team. They could be missing their whole squad. And they'll find ways to win. So Fly is doing a hell of a job there. We love that man.
You love
Bless
Fly.
his soul. He's such a good bloke. I heard Goz saying it, and it's like he's everything that you don't think of Collingwood to be.
Yep.
Like you want to hate him, and you just can't hate Fly. He's a quality guy.
I reckon if any club could have another coach, he'd probably be on top of everyone's list.
Yeah.
He's just seems like just one of the best coaches in the league, football-wise. And then off the field, he's authentic, he's emotional, he's just a player's player. And you love it.
Well and truly. Before we wrap up, quick round 11 predictions. Let's just fly through these and just I'll hit you with, first, obviously, Thursday night at Cardinia, Cattery v the Pubs.
Pubs, absolutely bloodbath as won't be walking off the field.
100%. Baz done in the first minute, shirts off for everyone, dogs up 30.
Love it.
All right, love it. Friday night at the G, absolute bottler. Dons v Richmond.
Dream time.
Dream time.
That means Noah Bolter. He won't be making an appearance.
Won't be in attendance.
The old curfew will be out.
I hate when you're a professional footballer and you've got a curfew. Can all relate.
All relate.
It's a tough life.
Jesus. I'm taking. Ooh, this is tough. I think I'm taking Tiggs. I've got them.
I think the Dons bounce back. If Noah Bolter was playing, I'd actually be pretty confident to take the Tiggs, but I think Dons bounce back and get a win Friday night. Saturday, first game at Marvel Stadium. Two teams that are extremely need a win right now. Carlton v Giants.
I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah,
I think they won't lose the Blues.
I'm not taking the Baggers again. I don't think I've tipped them once this year where they've won. So it's been pretty disappointing. So give me the Giants.
Yep.
For sure, at the G, Hawk v Brisbane.
This is tough.
Lions by 100. Lions by 100. I can't wait.
I'm actually going to tip Lions as well.
Yeah,
I reckon they'll get it done.
Anyone with a brain wouldn't they? Just take the Lions there. And the Bottler, Saturday night. North v Collingwood. It's going to be a close one.
Black Pies.
Just at Marvel, actually.
Oh, is that 2 Marvel games at the night time?
No, so
2 Melbourne games?
Yeah, Hocker and Brizzy at the G. North v Collingwood at Marvel. Yeah. I think Collingwood by many points.
Yep.
Another Saturday night game at Optus Stadium, Freo v Port.
At Optus, I'll go Freo.
Yeah. I think Port are that bad right now.
Yep.
Adelaide Oval, bloodbath. Adelaide v Wet Toast.
Yeah, Adelaide should win.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Adelaide by many. Oh, this could be an interesting one. D's v Sydney at the G.
D's v Sydney at the G. Nah. D's are playing well. I'm gonna tip the Demons.
I'm there with you. I think Melbourne gets over. I think they're starting to play some good footy. And to finish it off, just a real boring team and one of the best teams in the comp, Marvel Stadium, Saints v Gold Coast.
At Marvel, but I think Gold Coast get the win. Saints are so shit.
I'm taking the Saints.
Really?
They're back to back. We have seen Dimmer does not want to be at Marvel Stadium. He lost to the Tigs this year.
Yep.
He's going to go lose to St Kilda. And St Kilda's just going to be like, how do we lose to Wet Toast and then go beat the Suns?
So last week you picked West Coast to beat Saints, and now you're picking Saints to beat Gold Coast.
I'm going to look like a genius or an absolute idiot. Book it. There we go. That's our round 11 predictions.
Yep.
Keen for this week of footy. We got a lot to build up to. Obviously, Thursday night's going to be a big tune in.
Yep.
I think we're going to be heavy on the socials Thursday night.
Yeah.
Heavy on the beers, heavy on the socials, and just no work the next day for me. Just it's going to be a big day.
We love it. All right, so should we get into just the last few things? Most improved players this year. We put a little list together of our most improved players.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through it.
All right, so we've got here, obviously, I think we've got 3 pups here that deserve to be there. Ed Richards, Joel Frazier, Riley West.
Yeah.
Off the bat. All those 3 blokes are playing out of their brain this year.
All 3 have taken a jump. Ed
100%.
Richards, highest rated player in the comp. Joel Frazier. Baby Bond. Riley West, one of the best small forwards in the comp right now.
Love it.
We go Gold Coast, Johnny Noble. We mentioned him. He was in the better Brownlow, playing career best footy.
100%. Ben Long could probably go in there as well because he's been huge as well. But those lads both just killing it this year.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. Move on. West Coast, getting a bit of love. Ryan Marrick, moved from the forward line to the back line, coming off the half back for him. Been huge for my super coach. Absolute gun this year. He's doing really well. One of the only highlights of that young team right now. So Ryan Marrick deserves his flowers.
Ollie Dempsey in All-Australian form, this bloke.
Yeah.
He could be an All-Australian wingman. Second year, and he's looking like as polished as ever. So
For sure.
I think on the weekend again, he had like 24 disposals, a couple goals. He goes up forward, he gets the ball. Very smart player for a young player. So
100%. Big one. The team's struggling right now, but he's still playing elite footy. Lockie Ash for the Giants. He was a number one pick, and he's got a high expectation, but he's really having a good year this year. Looks really solid back there.
Yep.
And bro, hats off to him. He just looks really composed with the ball. Had a great start to the year.
And as bad as the Baggers have been, they've had some individual players who have gotten better this year. We have TDK, George Hewitt, and Jack Silvani.
Yeah.
All three. TDK has now turned into one of the best ruckmans in the league. He's elite on the ground as well. George Hewitt has gone, 20 disposals averaged last year to 29?
No, so his career average is 20 disposals, and he's up to 29 this year.
Yeah. So that's insane.
How insane is that?
Yeah, he's looking really
Ranks
good.
elite in nearly every category. So, he's having an elite year.
Yep. And then Jack Silvani, he is just a staple in that back line. If he wasn't there, they would be truly
Just
cooked.
need him to stay healthy now,
Yeah,
100%. And to finish it off, we've mentioned him before, Jack Higgins, just having probably the best small forward year so far out of anyone in the comp, and just, he's sitting third in the Coleman? Third? Yeah.
No, second.
Second in the Coleman. That's huge. Was the only highlight of them Sunday night as well. So Jack Higgins deserves his flowers. And there we go. Most improved players this year.
And because we've done most improved, we just need to go through the most disappointing.
100%.
So these are the most disappointing players. So far this season, we hope they can improve.
Yep.
First, we got a couple Hawks, James Sicily and Tom Barras.
Yeah.
So Sicily, obviously just having probably his worst season of his career. Not really sure where he's sitting. Is he a backman? Is he a forward? What are they doing with him?
Yep.
And Tom Barras, he's been a little bit disappointing since coming over to the Hulk.
I think Battle's really been that piece that brought in that's really worked for him. Barras, he's been solid, but definitely not what they traded for. So I think he's been a bit disappointing. Yep. This bloke I've been on for the last couple of years, and we've mentioned it before, and he's their captain, but I don't notice him ever, and I don't think he's an impactful player this year. Jack Steele has been disappointing for me for probably the third straight year, I reckon. But I don't know what happens, but to me, he's been a disappointing player this year.
This bloke can change a game, but just hasn't really had that impact this season. He's got his 250th this week, so hopefully he can step up. But Toby Green has not had a good season.
He's on a close watch. He needs to start putting some consistent footy together.
You skippers having some down years.
Yeah, 100%. We hate to bash on our own, and if we didn't put him in here, we'd probably look pretty biased, so he had to. But Aaron Norton is having a disappointing year. We need him to step up, but I think he will. I've got trust in him to bounce back. He's having a bit of a tough start to it. It's his forward line now, so he needs to step up, but I think he will. But obviously so far, he's just not having his best year. He just can't, his mitts just aren't there right now. But we got trust in our man.
Yep. And Charlie Cameron for the Lions, not quite having a great of a season. His set shots, he's like 8 goals, 15 from set shots. Just, he's kind of what Brisbane are, just not playing his best footy. He can change that in a week or two. He can kick some bags very quickly. So, but Charlie Cameron.
100%. Yeah, for sure. Out of Crom, probably the one thing from him right now that's struggling a bit is Jake Saligo. Had an extremely strong start to the year. Then probably the last 5 or 6 weeks has really dropped off, just not getting a heap of the footy, but then not doing a whole lot with it. His kick's been bad. He's just, I don't know, he's struggling to get amongst it. So Jake Saligo just having a rough last kind of 6-7 weeks, I reckon. Yep. So hopefully he can get back on track for my super coach team as well. So that would be nice. That's exactly.
And last but not least, Dan Houston was the big, was the signature move of the deadline last year.
Yep.
Collingwood got the move done away from Port, and just has not been that All-Australian type player for Collingwood.
Not what they traded for. I think he will. It could just be system based, and he's just easing into it. But so far, he's been solid. Yeah. But obviously, he's been injured, got suspended. But he just hasn't been what they've traded for. But hopefully, these blokes can turn it around.
That's it.
At the back end of the season, apart from Sicily and Barras. But apart from that, we want these blokes to turn it around.
That's it. So that's it for today. That's episode 34 done at Talk and Dribble. Thanks for joining again. Another footy app done and dusted. We're keen for this week's footy round. Join in the socials, Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. Tune into the full clip on YouTube, and listen to the full apps on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
For sure. Keep engaging with us. We love it. We love listening from our little dribblers, knowing you guys are out there, so keep it up. But apart from that, I think we out.